As you can see, I'm working on the shotguns here. I got one shotgun done. I'm just waiting for the glue to dry so then I can begin sanding down. And then I was sanding down some of the other parts here. Let me just show you what I was planning to do. Actually, taking both parts of the shotgun and just slightly going midway up to here. And taking a little bit of glue. Making sure it's right in between the parts. There we go. And then applying a little pressure. I want to close it up so that way the glue bleeds out. And then once it's dry, I'll sand it off properly. There you go. I'll apply a little bit here. Come on. Then we have the front part of this that goes here. And as you can see, we have a choice of either standard grip or grip with a stock, which I'll show you what it looks like. See? But I'm not going to use the stock. I'm going to use this one instead. I'll glue it on later on. I just want to make sure this thing, you know, is ready to go. I want to wait until it dries, so I'm going to take it out. I don't want to put it in and then the part opens up a little bit more, so I want to wait until it dries completely. Okay. Oh, I did a few other things. I built the bazooka, but that's going to be put off to the side. Some of the Stormfaust, which I now have to sand around here and here, and I may have to pop it out and put glue on it just so that way I can get rid of this, if that's necessary. But I got one more parts to sand down. Okay. Alright, so I'm starting to put some stuff together and trying to feel out how this kit would look like. And I was going to assemble the chest, but certain parts were going to be put in here that needs to be painted. And I didn't see me doing that, because then I don't want to like cover the part and then paint the inside again and redo it. You know, I want to make sure I can get this right. So the chest, I'm keeping it separate because I'm going to be painting that separately. The arms is the same thing. Chest, the back part of the backpack is the same thing. It has to be painted separate. So is the head. I'm about to work on the head in a few moments, but I just wanted to get a few things out of the way. In reference to the body, as you can see, I did assemble the legs, because the legs can easily be removed like that and that. It's a bit tough. Very tough. Jesus. But it goes in, I can take it out and put it back in again once it finishes painting. Thrusters, I didn't put them on because that one I'm going to actually, you know, paint separately as well. Foot is the same thing because it comes with this little part here that goes right on it. I can put it on if I want to, but I do feel that I'm going to have a hard time yanking it off. So I might as well paint it separately and then put it on so I can get it out of the way. So these two are done. The one gripe that I have at this moment that I was contemplating of how I'm going to do this. was the actual shoulders. Now, at one point I was thinking maybe I should paint these orange first, then put them on, then covering them up with a Tamiya masking tape, and then painting it the way I want. But as you can see, I didn't do that, and I decided to put it on so I can glue these parts together, sand them down so it's nice and flush, and then prime it, and then it'll be hand brushed. I don't think I'm going to be wasting my airbrush on just specific little parts. You know, they'll be regular hand brushed, as you could see. But this one gave me a hard time preparing this. Another part that I actually finished building were the actual shoulder parts as well. Those had to be cleaned up. So yeah, this is actually starting to come out the way I like it. As you can see over here, I have a load of the chain mines, and I'm gonna put them together. But you know what? I really like how I do these things, because during the course of the build I get a spark of inspiration, an idea that I would love to share this with you guys, but I'm gonna wait until as I'm nearing the very end to explain to you guys what I think I am going to do with these chain mines, and I'll let you guys decide. Yeah, the idea, it just came out of nowhere, and I said, no, alright, we gotta do this. Alright, so with that being said, let me prepare this face mask and see if I can do what I could do. Alright. I'm gonna do a series of cuts like this until I can dig in under the part. I could probably use my clippers, my sprue clippers, but the one thing I don't want to do is destroy the or bend the plate under the plastic part here. Maybe it's not a big deal, but I want to keep it that way so then I would have some sort of guide. Ugh, that was dangerous. Okay, that's interestingly enough right there. I do remember there was a tool in Japan which was basically a vibrating knife, a vibro knife. And it is used for model builders who would like to cut plastics, especially something like this. But the vibro knife is extremely expensive. I think I saw it for about $200. Useful tool, but I'm not going to purchase something like that. I could imagine there's an American version, American equivalent version of that product here. But nah. Alright, so I finally got through that part, and let me see if I can get through this one. Yeah. So that I got through. I'm gonna try to do this. There we go. Perfect. I want to keep this part back there. Okay. There it goes. There's one. Ah, crap, that came off, but that's alright. I could leave it there for now. Alright, so that's done. I just need to remove this little guy right here. I could probably do this. There we go. And can I get away with the clippers maybe now? Let's see. Yeah, perfect. Alright. So there's the structure, the whole area has been removed. I'm gonna sand this down, and then I'm gonna work on putting on the mono eye. Okay, so as you can see here, I put a back plate there, as you can see, with a paw plate. I drilled 2 holes, and at first I was trying to see if I can do some sort of rig where it will turn the mono eye left and right using those 2 wires that you see there. But these 2 wires, I snipped it off in half, and I made it in a way where it looks like that, like sticking out like part of the metal frame or some sort of a wiring. I know it's kind of big for wiring on this scale, but my idea didn't pan out the way I wanted. At one point I was thinking, okay, I think I'm going to have to probably keep it on a stationary position. At least I have it a little bit more prepared. But I came to the idea of doing this, and give me a second while I prepare this on my tweezers, so you can see. So as you can see, I cut a portion of the crap. I had this glued, but apparently it's not holding on properly. Come on, there we go. Alright, so I wrapped it around the clear red with plot plate. Took a bit of trial and error. As you can see, there's the seam line for that, but I'm keeping it in a low position like this. Then I took one of the other plot plate, the round plot plate, cut it into a specific size, and then glued it on to this. I made a hole to the side and I glued it on. Right now I'm waiting for it to dry because it's not drying as quickly as I normally. I'm gonna give it a few hours, and then I'm gonna put it onto this so you guys can see. I drill a little hole there using one of my pin vices, so when it goes on there, it can turn left and right. Give it a few moments, and then we'll see what it looks like after it dries.